There we go. Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining me. On the call today with me, I've got Mr. Richard Mabaso. Mr. Richard Mabaso is the Chief Executive of the Mbumba Foundation. And it's my understanding that, Mr. Mabaso, you are leading the Trek4Mandela 2025 expedition, which is greatly exciting. And then with us on the call is the Makwakwa family. We've got Dad over there, Mr. Makwakwa. He is a businessman, an engineer, and a parent to that young man sitting next to him. Kwakwas Makwakwa, a grade 12 student at Abbots High School in Pretoria East. And the reason for this interview and for this call is that we are celebrating Kwakwas in his great journey that he is going to take on during the June school holidays, where you are joining your dad and Mr. Mabaso on this fantastic cause. And we're going to talk a little bit about that now, of summiting Mount Kilimanjaro. And you will be definitely the only grade 12 student I know of in my history in education that has done this in their grade 12 year, just in between June and prelim exams. I mean, I think bravery is definitely the word to describe you there. So great excitement there. Mr. Mabaso, we're going to start with you. And if you can maybe just quickly give us just a very brief insight of the work that the Mbumba Foundation is doing and why Trek4Mandela? What initiated this cause and why is it so close to your heart?
Thank you very much, Principal Fick, and very warm welcome to your viewers as well as Mr. Makwakwa and Kwakwas. So very briefly, I grew up in Mpumalanga village, in Mpumalanga province, in a village called Lupisi. And, growing up in a village, there are many challenges that we are faced with. And then after completing high school, I remember one day, I was going home to my family like I would do every December. This was 2011. I overheard a conversation between my mom and my niece. My niece was going to start her periods on that day, but she had no clue. So she told my mom, but because, we're coming from a rural village where things like sanitary pads, menstruation are taboo. You can't talk to your parent about it. You can't talk to a male person or a male figure about it. So she was just shushed and said, you cannot talk about, you cannot talk about this in front of your uncle. And then the long and short of it, I remember early 2012, I was wondering what is it that I can do as a man to sort of stand in the gap and say, it shouldn't be that, in this current generation, we are having problems or challenges of young girls who cannot speak freely about, periods, about the fact that I'm on my periods today, I can't do certain things, or, I'm just not in the mood. And they have to be afraid of it because, one, they will be stigmatized, but also there will be, There will be, I can't think of the word now, but it's basically a platform where you won't be able to perform your duties. It's a platform where you won't be free as a young girl. So I then thought of coming up with an initiative to collect and donate sanitary pads. And every time I was trying to go knock at different doors, people would say, but why are you doing this? Because you're a man. So I then realized that the challenge or the problem that we are facing is not only in my community or my family, it's a societal challenge whereby I can't go to Principal Fick and talk about the fact that I'm collecting sanitary pads. The first question would be, why are you doing it? And then the next thing is, you are a man. And then, so I just said, okay, let us destigmatize, let us demystify periods and menstruation. And then I thought I had about probably 1,000 things. And then one of the 1,000 was, maybe let me climb Kilimanjaro, summit on Mandela Day, and then make it a Mandela Day initiative. the long story short, I went in 2012 on the 18th of July, stood tall, 5,895 meters above sea level on Mount Kilimanjaro. And the rest is history, because not only that, we've since attracted more than 300 people to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, but we've supported more than 3 million girls with sanitary pads, which is where I would like to say, for me, the support really comes from the willingness and the taking of the initiative by people like Mr. Makwakwa himself, who went to see the mountain last year. He marveled at it, but he said, look, it's not enough if I don't bring my kids to come and join me. And then it's also further amplified by people like you, Principal Fick, and your school, Upwards, and other people who are saying it's not enough to say let's clap for Makwakwa, but let's create a platform to amplify the message. And that's why we are here today, and we are very excited for this young man to explore Mount Kilimanjaro.
Yes, thank you so much. And I think for me, something that's extremely valuable about this journey and about Kwakwa's journey with you and with Mr. Makwakwa as well is the fact that you went and you took it upon yourself to destigmatize the female role of girls, and the fact that they shouldn't carry their menstrual cycles with shame, that it is part of growing up. And it is something to be proud of, and it is something that many of them are hiding from and behind in many cases. But I think what you are also doing, Mr. Makwakwa, more so by taking Kwakwas with you on this journey, is also to show that yes, Mr. Mabaso had his reasons for starting this initiative, but Mr. Makwakwas, maybe you can give us some insight that why is it important not just for you to climb this with your son, because I'm sure there's so much experience that's going to be gained and in your relationship from that as well. But why is it important that we make young men in our youth the face and the representative of standing up against these stigmas and for these girls, and giving them the reassurance that it's normal and it is okay?
Yeah,
I think that's a very important question to start from, because this is not just like any campaign where you just climb Kilimanjaro. This is completely different. I mean, I kept saying I have a 14-year-old daughter. My daughter, she's 14. She started menstruating 2 years or so ago. I've been part of that journey. And if my daughter was in a position of not affording to buy sanitary pads, I would want 1 man, 2 men, 3 men, or anyone who can to climb on her behalf. So this campaign is personal because I have a face that I'm climbing for, but I have thousands of girls that I'm climbing for as well. So I thought Kwakwas participating at this age will help him understand that selfless is quite important, because the mountain, you learn quite a lot. I mean, last year was my first summit. In fact, it was my first time attempting Kilimanjaro. Thank God I did it with Trek4Mandela, because of the support that you get, because of the support, most importantly, the guides and so on and so on. So it was quite a journey for me. But I've learned quite a number of things. One of them, I've learned to actually calm down and allow people to lead you. And it's a very important part, or it's a very important lesson that you can get in life, to say not everything is about you. Not everything is about you. That mountain is way too big. If you try to be bigger than the mountain, you will never be able to summit it. So you learn to walk as slowly as possible. In fact, they have they're saying in Swahili, which they call pole pole, which means slowly. So you need to take 1 step at a time, walk as slowly as possible, because once you start trying to walk as fast, you realize that you're not going to be able to reach the summit. So I actually want Kwakwas to learn those values at this age. I want him to learn these values at this age, to learn that giving and doing something for others, it's also beneficial, not just for those particular individuals, but for you as well. So we are quite excited. As a family, we are quite excited as to be part of the program. This program has been running for a while, like Mr. Mabaso was saying. But for us to participate in this and having Kwakwas to walk in on behalf of his sister, on behalf of the thousands or millions of girls, apologies, Mr. Mabaso, millions and millions of girls that have benefited from this program. So that's what basically I want Kwakwas to learn, to be selfless, to take one step at the time, to understand that not everything is about the destination, but it's about the journey as well. Taking one step, allowing people to lead you, learning from others. Those are the lessons that you get from the mountain.
Yeah,
absolutely. And those are very valuable. I think for me, my biggest takeaway from you is that selflessness, that everything about this track teaches and stands for, not just the selflessness of the young woman that it represents, but of every climber, whether male or female, the humility that the mountain forces you to submit to, almost, if I can put it that way. And I think it's an extremely valuable skill to learn as early as possible in life. And Kwakwas is fortunate to be well forced into a situation like this, where it's an adventure and it is exciting and it's daunting, I'm sure, but it's something that's going to benefit you for the rest of your life. And next time, Mr. Makwakwa, I've got 400 other students that I would like to send along to be humbled in advance. I think society can benefit from these exercises. Kwakwas, let's go over to you. I mean, you are right now, you still have a week of exams left for the June exams. You are taking while everyone else is taking a break, you're going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, and then you're coming back and you're writing prelims. What are you the most excited about? Kwakwas, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so I would say what I'm most excited about is obviously summits in the mountain. I mean, it's the highest in the country, in the continent. So I'm super duper excited to that. I think it's a great achievement to have, right? It's a great also conversation starter. I mean, the highest mountain in Africa. So
the girls will be
super
falling at your feet after this.
So I'm super excited about that. But I'm also super excited to meet the people there. Right, so it's nice to go to a new country, especially Tanzania. I heard the people are super nice. Right, I heard that the mountain is beautiful, and according to Uncle Richard and my father, it's going to change my life. So I want to see.
Yes, the proof will be in the pudding. Kwakwas, the foundation Caring for Girls, the fact that it stands for providing girls with to equip them with sanitary pads and menstrual hygiene education. This is obviously not a topic of conversation that you are engaging in with, I assume, most of your friends. It's not really basketball court talk during break times. It tends to make young men very uncomfortable, this topic of conversation in particular. In your journey with Mr. Mabaso and just taking from the learnings so far, why is this cause important to you, and what is the message you want to translate to your peers, your classmates, all the millions of matriculants who are standing next to you in the class of 2025 about this?
So the reason, like my father said, is that I have a sister, Zanowusa, and I cannot imagine a world where Zano is struggling with a period, right? I think period poverty is one of the worst things that women go through, right? And it's not just the women here, but it's women all over the world, right? So it always hurts to hear that, women are struggling. And if I could hike for them and provide pads just for a few girls, that would fill my heart. That would fill my heart. Also, I feel that doing this would help bring awareness to the situation, right? Many of my peers are not aware of this issue, right? Because we don't discuss it. But I feel me hiking and discussing it and really just bringing more awareness to it is going to allow us to have more discussions about it, so that as a gender, we can also try to support women and our sisters and our mothers and cousins and everyone in ways we could never before, because we've never known about it. So I'm
Mm.
hoping that that this helps bring awareness, and that this walk and everything will show all the matrix that I'm writing with the finals that this is an issue and we need to deal with it now.
What is the most scary part? Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro or writing matric finals?
I think it's writing matric finals. I think it's writing matric finals. But yeah, I think Kilimanjaro is quite scary because, just like my father said, it's about walking slowly, taking one step at a time. So I feel it's going to take you patience, but I am still a bit nervous because it is a hard journey.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm sharing now on the screen just for the last part of this interview, the foundation details. As we are broadcasting this not just on our social media, but on our YouTube channel, sharing it with the entire Advitech schooling division and group, and hopefully contributing to a bigger footprint of awareness that the three of you are so magnificently just representing. And as a school, Kwakwas, I just want to say to you, we are extremely proud of you. We are equally as excited, and we would like to see every single photo of every step that you take all the way to the top. So you can expect to be asked to come and tell us about it and brag about it. Maybe during that first assembly when we are back for term 3. But as a school, for the next 2 weeks, we are reaching out to our community and asking, please let's donate sanitary pads. We're going to run a collection for the next 2 weeks and see how many packets we can collect. And then we will have Kwakwas distribute that once he comes back from Kilimanjaro to an appropriate community that Kwakwas you feel where we can identify a need and where you can identify that need for giving back. So I want to challenge the entire Abbots High School Pretoria East parent body, community, and every single student to, between the 17th of June and the 27th of June, which is the last 2 weeks of this term, to if every single person can just bring one packet. We have 410 students in the school. That gives us 410 packets. If every parent contributes to that as well, by the end of the 2 weeks, we can sit close to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 packets of sanitary pads. Now, I know that's just a drop in the bigger bucket, but we are extremely excited about it. Kwakwas, good luck. I know you guys are traveling to Lesotho right now to go and do a practice hike. So please don't freeze to death. Remember, you've got exams next week. And may you just embrace this. May you be protected. May you be blessed. And may you absolutely just enjoy every single moment of this journey. So, Mr. Mabaso, thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to just tell us a little bit about yourself and the cause. Mr. Makwakwa, thank you for leading your son and taking his hand as a parent on this journey. It is extremely important. And we look forward to I'm looking forward to receiving that final I have summited photo.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your time as well. And thank you to the parents, to the school. And I promise you, it's not a drop in the ocean because every single packet will be received by a girl child. So it will go a long way. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, from our side, maybe just a request, if the school can print a banner that Kwakwas can take to the summit, just to take Abbots to the roof of Africa. I think that would be nice.
Absolutely.
You can also use it as an awareness afterwards. Yeah. Yes. So if you can print something, that would be lovely.
I will have Kwakwas will have a flag, an Abbots flag to take with him up. So I know it's light material is important. We don't want you to carry anything heavier than what you are supposed to. So Kwakwas, you can come and fetch that flag from me in that last week of school, and then you can summit at the top, and not just represent your age group, not just represent South Africa, but Abbots High School Pretoria East. And we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Asante sana.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. I don't know, because now